And then there comes a moment when you no longer see letting go as defeat. You begin to see it as awakening. Not because the pain is gone, not because the heart is completely peaceful, but because after too many nights of inner conflict, too many times convincing yourself to try a little harder, too many times patching something that cracked from the inside, you become too tired to keep lying to yourself. And strangely enough, it is exactly when you no longer have the strength to lie to yourself that you begin to see clearly that not everything you hold is precious. Not everything you cannot let go of is love. Not everything that has hurt you for years deserves to be called destiny. There are things you keep not because they are beautiful, but because you fear the emptiness after losing them. There are people you do not leave not because you still belong to each other, but because you have not accepted that your journey changed direction long ago. There are dreams you keep carrying not because you still believe in them, but because you do not know who you will be if you finally put them down. And the awakening begins when you dare to ask honestly, if this no longer makes me feel more alive, no longer makes me brighter, no longer lets me be myself, then why am I still here? That question is not easy to answer, because many times the answer is not beautiful, not noble, not romantic, not like the stories you once told yourself. You stay because you are afraid of being left behind, afraid no one else will come, afraid of starting over, afraid others will think you failed, afraid of admitting that what you once believed in could not save you. But the moment you see that fear clearly, you begin to grow stronger. Not stronger in the sense of becoming hard, not the kind of strength that pretends to need nothing, but strength that says, at last, I dare to be honest. Honest that I am tired. Honest that I have tried enough. Honest that I cannot keep calling a wound love. Cannot keep calling depletion responsibility. Cannot keep calling being trapped maturity. There is a kind of maturity that is very quiet. It is when you no longer ask, how can I keep something that is leaving me? But ask, how can I stop losing myself? That is when transformation begins. You begin to stop chasing answers from outside. Stop waiting for the other person to change. Stop waiting for a sign. Stop waiting for a miracle. Stop waiting for one day everything to magically become what it used to be. Because you understand, there are things you do not need to wait any longer to understand the outcome of. Your exhaustion is already the answer. The prolonged emptiness is already the answer. The fact that you no longer feel peace inside it is already the answer. Many people think transformation is a big moment, a decisive act, one powerful turning away, but not always. Many of the deepest transformations arrive very quietly. They begin when you stop making excuses for your pain. Stop saying maybe I am just too sensitive. Stop saying everyone who loves suffers. Stop saying being grown means enduring. Stop saying things will be fine if I just try a little harder. You begin to call things by their real names. This thing is exhausting me. This relationship no longer nourishes me. This way of living is pulling me away from myself. This dream is no longer my source of life. Just naming it properly, and half the darkness already falls away. Because what keeps people trapped the longest is often not the circumstance itself, but their refusal to name the truth. Once you can name it, you begin to change how you live. Quietly, without announcing it, without needing anyone to know what you are walking away from. You simply begin bringing yourself back. Text less, wait less, explain less, hope less in things that have disappointed you too many times. Place your heart less in places that no longer know how to hold it with care. At first, that feeling is not comfortable. It is empty. It is strange. It feels like walking through a room after all the old furniture has just been removed. Wider, but colder. Lighter, but emptier. And it is precisely because of that emptiness that many people go back to the old thing. Not because the old thing was good, but because it was familiar. But if you are awake enough, you will not go back just to slowly die inside what feels familiar. You will stay in that emptiness long enough to understand. Emptiness is not punishment. It is new ground. A place where truer things can begin to grow. A place where you relearn how to be alone without feeling abandoned. Relearn how to breathe without needing anyone else to confirm your worth. Relearn how to move forward without carrying the corpse of the past. At first, you may be sad, very sad. You will miss it. You will doubt your decision. You will ask yourself, was I too hasty? Am I selfish? Am I giving up? But then, little by little, you will begin to feel something very small. I am lighter. Not happy yet, but lighter. Not healed yet, but less suffocated. Not completely peaceful, but at least I am no longer betraying my own heart every day. That is the sign of real transformation. Not excitement, but lightness. Not a dramatic breakthrough, but less heaviness. Not winning against anyone, but no longer fighting the truth. There are people who only realize after letting go how long they had been living through endurance. Before, they thought anxiety was normal, thought waiting was love, thought carrying everything was responsibility, thought swallowing pain in silence was strength. But once they step out, once their heart has just enough distance to look back, they begin to see, no, that was not love. That was fear. That was not responsibility. That was obsession with saving something that had already ended. That was not strength. That was a habit of hurting yourself and mistaking it for depth. And that seeing is very important, because from that point on, you are no longer so easily drawn back to what wears you down. Not because you stop caring, but because you begin caring for yourself more. Not because you become cold, but because you are warm enough toward yourself not to keep throwing yourself into fire. There is a very beautiful moment in this journey. It is when you understand. Letting go does not take away your value. A person leaving does not make you smaller. A dream ending does not make you meaningless. A journey stopping does not mean the years behind it were wasted. No, it only means you have reached the point where you must step onto another path. That is all. People suffer so much because they think, if something ends, then I myself have been denied. But that is not true. Some endings do not deny you. They simply separate you from what no longer fits your soul. And when you understand that, you begin to let go with self-respect. Let go without revenge. Let go without noise. Let go without needing to prove to anyone that you are right. You just quietly choose yourself again. Choose better sleep. Choose more peace. Choose more truth. Choose days that may be emptier but are no longer suffocating. Choose fewer relationships, but cleaner ones. Choose dreams that are more honest with who you are now. That is not loss. That is reordering life. That is making space so the part of you that has been suppressed for too long can breathe again. And then you will realize, the bravest thing is not holding on until your hands bleed. It is opening your hand when you know that thing no longer belongs to you. It is not continuing at all costs. It is daring to stop in time before too much of you disappears. It is not proving how long you can endure. It is knowing which limit should not be crossed any further. Other people may not understand right away. They may think you have changed, think you are weak, think you let go too easily, but only you know. Some acts of letting go are not easy at all. They are the result of too many sleepless nights, too many times clenching your teeth to stay, too many times your heart bled, and still you tried to call it hope. So when you finally let go, that is not weakness. That is the moment you have finally found the courage to stop hurting yourself. And maybe the deepest transformation does not come from immediately finding something new. It comes from the fact that you no longer accept living inside the old thing just because you fear emptiness. That is the day you begin to truly grow, not in other people's eyes, but inside your own inner world, where you understand that some doors only open when you finally release your grip from the handle of the one that has been locked for a long time.